The witch, the wizard, the magician, we all know who they are and what they can do. Transformers, shapeshifters, healers, soothsayers, challengers, destroyers. Every culture has its witches and wizards, and in every one of them they are both admired and feared. It is questions of good and evil, of natural and supernatural, which long have been at the core of our perceptions of witchcraft and in our society, often with deadly consequences. Modern pagan witchcraft differs from historical witchcraft, and it's perhaps best to first explain the difference between them. Both are classical systems of thought, and if you look at them as so, it's easier to pin Wicca as a child of the Neoplatonic Renaissance. Historical witchcraft beliefs, however, had their foundations in medieval Aristotelian thought. The Renaissance thinkers believed that magic was a natural science, and, unlike the Aristotelian scholars, that no demons needed to be summoned in order for humans to magically relate to their surroundings. Whilst Neoplatonism posed a natural explanation for magic, Aristotelianism proposed a supernatural explanation. By believing that magic could only be performed with the aid of demons, the Aristotelians of the Middle Ages believed all witchcraft was a work of the devil, and therefore severely punishable. However, the Neoplatonic system of thought became the dominant one amongst occultists who, since the Renaissance, have viewed Wicca as an entirely natural phenomenon. Wicca has shaped a religious impulse that imbues the natural world with a life force that moves in cycles of generation and destruction, life and death, connecting every living being. There exists no particular concept of good or evil, as man-made evils are generally seen as a result of alienation from nature and its life force. Aristotelian witchcraft took shape under the radar of the Christian Middle Ages and settled into itself along the 15th century. To the Aristotelian scholars, the witch was believed to make a pact with the devil, whom she worshipped at nocturnal gatherings known as the Sabbath. She journeyed into the occasion with her fellow witches, usually by broomsticks, and there they paid homage to the devil himself, or one of his demons, who would dutifully attend the ceremony and preside over it. He was said to appear as either a black man or a man dressed in black, but also a goat, dog, cat, or a toad. The devil would then baptize the witches with something known as the devil's mark, upon which they promised to serve him by committing several acts of maleficia, a malicious and harmful sorcery with the aid of demons, familiars, and magical pets. And although this ideology lies in the Middle Ages, it began long before, as the belief in witchcraft can be traced back into antiquity. Sorcery and witchcraft were a global phenomenon, but unlike most people believe, it wasn't a cookie-cut ideology, and it largely depended on the social and religious building blocks of its culture and country. Before you go, I want to thank Lois Martin for writing the History of Witchcraft, which I used largely as a reference, and that I advise you to read if you're interested in witchcraft, but particularly the Middle Ages, post-religious witchcraft wave, because it is what the book discusses most. Also, we'll be launching a second part about the burning times of witchcraft, And if you want to watch, you do follow and subscribe, and then, yeah, do the thing. Yeah.